The four cases in which charges have been brought are as follows. In the first case, 2 charges under Section 17 of the Theft Act 1968 for false accounting have been brought against Elliot Morley MP. The first charge alleges that between April 2004 and February 2006, Mr. Morley dishonestly claimed mortgage expenses of £14,428 in excess of that to which he was entitled in relation to a property in Winterton in Lincolnshire. The second charge alleges that between March 2006 and November 2007, Mr. Morley dishonestly claimed mortgage expenses of £16,000 for the same property when there was no longer a mortgage on that property. In the second case, 3 charges under Section 17 of the Theft Act 1968 for false accounting have been brought against David Chater MP. The first charge alleges that in May 2006, Mr. Chater dishonestly claimed £1,950 for IT services by using false invoices. The second charge alleges that between September 2005 and September 2006, Mr. Chater dishonestly claimed £12,925 purportedly for renting property in Regency Street, London, when he was in fact the owner of the property. The third charge alleges that between September 2007 and January 2008, Mr. Chater dishonestly claimed £5,425 purportedly for renting a property in Lancashire from his mother. In the third case, 2 charges under Section 17 of the Theft Act 1968 for false accounting have been brought against Jim Devine MP. The first charge alleges that between July 2008 and April 2009, Mr. Devine dishonestly claimed £3,240 for cleaning services using false invoices. The second charge alleges that in March 2009, Mr. Devine dishonestly claimed £5,505 for stationery using false invoices. In the fourth case, 6 charges under Section 17 of the Theft Act 1968 for false accounting have been brought against Paul White, known as Lord Hanningfield. The charges allege that between March 2006 and May 2009, Paul White dishonestly submitted claims for expenses to which he knew he was not entitled, including numerous claims for overnight expenses for staying in London when records show that he was driven home and did not stay overnight in London. In the fifth case, after careful scrutiny of all the evidence gathered in the investigation, we have concluded that there is insufficient evidence to provide a realistic prospect of a conviction. In view of the considerable public interest in the cases currently under consideration, I have decided to identify Lord Clerk of Hampstead as the individual in question in this case. The sixth case is still under consideration and the criminal investigation is ongoing.